All right, so Miss Imani is about to get questioned or cross examined by the defense team. Let's see how this goes.
And it's okay, I'll miss the podium. With a slight adjustment. Good afternoon, Miss Ellis. Your lawyer showed you photos of the building that you were working on at as a security guard in February 2018. Do you know the name of the building?
I don't know the name.
Was it Beverly Hills Medical Center?
It could have been, yes.
Yeah, it was a medical facility, right?
Yes.
And the incident that you claim happened that day happened at approximately 1:30 p.m.?
Approximately, yes.
And you knew at the time, when you saw Cardi B, that she was going to a medical appointment, correct?
I didn't know where she was going, but she was at the building.
And you understood that she was going to a medical appointment, right?
She was going to an appointment, yes.
And it was a medical building, right?
Yes.
And your deposition was taken, and you said that you testified under oath in your deposition. Let me ask, do you remember your deposition was taken in this action?
Yes.
Do you remember taking an oath at the deposition to tell the truth?
Yes.
And that under the same penalties of perjury that apply in this courtroom, for example, correct?
Yes.
And you testified that you understood when you saw Cardi B that she was going to a medical appointment, right?
Yes.
Now, after this incident, you talked to your supervisor at Allied, right?
Yes.
And she told you to submit a incident report, correct?
Yes.
And you emailed an incident report to your supervisor 2 days later, right?
I don't know about 2 days, but I sent it to her, yes.
Yes. And it was by email.
I'm not sure how she received it.
Your Honor, if we may, I'd like to show the witness the incident report that she did not produce in discovery.
I want to refresh your recollection.
I would object to that based on authenticity. It's not her document.
I think admitted you refresh your recollection. It's over with.
Finish copy, please. This is a document that we got from Allied pursuant to a trial subpoena. And it's not in the book, so let me provide a copy. Should I hand it to the clerk?
You can push.
I'm sorry? Oh, thank you, Your Honor. Just to make sure. There we go. Does that refresh your memory that you sent an email to your supervisor on February 26, 2018?
Okay.
Do you recall that now?
I don't, but I'm looking at what you gave me.
And that's your email address, right?
Yes.
And it's addressed to your supervisor, Jaffa?
Yes.
And it's dated February 24, 2018? Oh, I apologize. It's dated February 26, 2018, and the subject is 224-18 incident report. Do you see that?
Okay. I see it, yes.
Yes. Okay. Now, before we talk more about that incident report, do you remember receiving in this case discovery requests that you had to verify under oath, where people asked you questions and about documents?
I'm not sure.
Well, let's see if we can refresh your recollection. With what's this? Client's response.
obviously. Which one is it that you're responsible?
If I may, Your Honor, to explain to counsel that it's plaintiff's response and objection to defendant Cardi B's demand for production of documents, set 2. And, may I approach?
Sure.
Thank you. If you look through the last 2 pages, is that a verification by you, signed by you, under oath, that the statements in the response, are true and correct?
I'm sorry, were you asking me?
Is that your signature on the last page here?
Yes.
And you verified that, you signed stating that under penalty of perjury, the statements in the document are true, correct?
Yes.
Okay. In 2018, in this lawsuit, did you?
I don't have access to that email, sir.
My question to you is, did you ever produce that email?
I'm not sure I know what you're asking.
Did you ask, you had discovery obligations in this, did you ask Allied for a copy of the email that you are now testifying you couldn't access?
I wasn't in communication with Allied.
Okay, so let's talk about what you said on the email to your supervisor 2 days after the incident. If you look at page 1, it states that you were the daytime guard on duty at 8920 Wilshire Boulevard. You were on patrol, and I had, quote unquote, I had 2 cell phones, the work phone and also my personal phone. I had my cell phone to my ear. Do you see that language?
Okay.
Do you see the language?
I see it, yes.
And you wrote that 2 days after the incident?
I don't remember writing this, but if this is what you have, then
Your Honor, I would ask that you read the whole sentence for completeness.
I don't have it in front of me, so I don't know that, but to the extent.
Well, that's the portion I intend to read. I mean, he's welcome to read whatever he wants to read.
Well, he's just reading half a sentence. It would be unfair for me.
Why don't you provide a copy?
Yes, Your Honor. Let me actually include the declaration that came with it of Allied.
Sorry?
Too much stuff. So we'll talk about the first paragraph.
It does appear to be a narrative, so if you want to read everything in context, that would be great.
Should I read it, or are you asking her to read it?
No, go ahead.
Okay. And just that sentence, Your Honor?
Just read it. Whatever it is, make sure it's just in context.
Okay, thank you. Again, the context is that you state in this that you are a daytime guard on duty at 8920 Wilshire Boulevard. Per usual, I was conducting a routine patrol of the building premises, and as part of that patrol, I checked the rooftop, all tenant levels, and parking garages. At approximately 13:30 hours, and just to clarify, that is 1:30, correct?
yes.
I was finishing a patrol on the 5th floor of the building. In my hand, I had 2 cell phones, the AUS work phone, and I also had my personal cell phone. I held my cell phone to my ear, checking my voicemail because my mother is recovering from cancer and is in chemotherapy, so sometimes I don't get the quick calls and have to check the voicemails. Do you remember that?
I'm reading it with you, yes.
And are you telling me you have no recollection of this 2-page email detailing the event that you've sued over?
I remember writing an incident report and sending it over.
Well, do you recall also that you produced in this case your T-Mobile cell phone records, correct?
Yes.
And if I could, I believe that's something we can display because it is an exhibit.
Can you share, Your Honor, may I ask if they can share the exhibit number, please?
So why don't we, just to move things along, why don't we take our afternoon break now? Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take an afternoon break. Since we have a couple things to discuss and I need to give the person time out.
I'm going to point this real quick. pause it real quick and we'll fast forward because they took a break. And the good thing about not watching this live is that we can go back and forth as we want. I want to know what the entire email says. They're trying to prove, obviously, she lied, basically. And I want to know exactly what she lied about. Because you're not answering, the lawyer is asking you questions. She's obviously irritated. And it's like she's not trying to answer the questions head on. So we're going to move forward. And they came back right around here. All right, let's listen.
Let's back up just a little. 1 second. So, on that day in February 2018, when you were on duty as a security guard, you were wearing black boots, right?
Yes.
And you testified earlier when your counsel was asking you questions that you had a earpiece and you were checking voicemail. Well, I'm sorry, I misstated. That you had an earpiece in your head when you saw Cardi, right?
Yes.
And you were, but then in the incident report, we saw that you wrote that you had your phone to your ear, correct?
Okay.
Is that correct, ma'am?
That's what it says on the paper, yes.
Yes. And if you look at that incident report at the very top, it says from Emani Ellis, Emani Ellis at gmail.com. That's your personal email account, right?
Yes.
Okay. And is doing incident reports a normal practice in the security guard business?
When something happens, yes.
In fact, you do daily activity reports as a security guard?
Yes.
So the reports are very important, right?
Yes.
And in the incident report, when you were reporting back to your supervisor, you said that you were checking your voicemail, right?
That's what the email says.
The email that bears your name, right? Reporting on the incident that you sent over.
She gonna say that's what the email says. It came from your personal email. You wrote it. What are you trying to imply? You didn't write it? That someone hacked into your personal email? Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Okay. If we could turn in the blue book to File Exhibit 200. You see it?
Yes.
And that's a letter from your lawyer to me.
Okay.
Is that correct, Ann?
Yes.
And if you go to the page that has a lot of blacked out entries, is it correct that that is a portion of your T-Mobile invoice, including for February 24, 2018?
Yes.
And you see that at 1:30, you received a call, and that lasted, 22 minutes?
Objection, Your Honor. The document does not say 1:30.
That's me.
Well, maybe my glasses aren't, I need to get a new prescription. Do you see the entry? It's 1:10 p.m. for 22 minutes?
Yes.
Okay, that was a phone call that you received and talked on the phone for 22 minutes?
Yes.
Okay. And at 1:40, you made an 8-minute phone call?
Yes.
Okay. And whose phone number is that?
Which time are you referring to?
310-403-3656.
I'm sorry, can you say that again?
Yes, absolutely. I apologize. 310-403-3656. 3656.
I don't know who the number belongs to, but it's probably a family member of mine.
Is that Nicholas Jackson's phone number?
Probably yes.
So they caught her in a lie. She was not checking her voicemail, clearly, at the time of the incident. She made a call. So clearly, girl, yeah, you probably should have thought this through.
If we could go back. And you testified that you said when you saw Cardi B, you said something to the effect of, wow, that was Cardi B.
Something to the effect of that.
And at that point, as a security guard, you knew it would have been improper for you as a security guard to tell people that Cardi was a patient at a medical facility, correct?
I didn't tell anyone that I saw her.
Could you please answer the question, though? I can repeat it if you like.
Okay.
Isn't it true that as a security guard who had been trained, as you said, and worked for 4 years, you knew it would have been improper for you to tell people that Cardi B was a patient at a medical facility?
Objection, asked and answered.
Overruled. An answer.
It would be improper, but I did not tell anyone I saw her.
Move to strike everything after improper.
So ma'am, I just want you to answer the question, okay? Don't, if you can answer the question with a yes or no question, please answer yes or no.
Yes, Your Honor.
And you understood when you saw Cardi B that she thought that you were using your phone to tell people that she was at a medical facility, correct?
Yes.
And as I understand it, you denied that you used your cell phone to photograph or film Cardi B on that day. Is that correct?
That's not true. I didn't record her or film her.
The question was, is it correct that you deny using your personal cell phone to photograph or videotape Cardi B on February 24, 2018?
Yes.
Objection, begging of the viewers.
Overruled.
And isn't it correct that you don't have that phone, right? You no longer have that phone. You disposed of it. You can't show us that phone and show that you don't have any photographs or videos of Cardi B. Isn't that correct?
Yes.
And rather than simply leaving, you stepped out of the elevator and told Cardi B to repeat what she said. Say it again. Isn't that what you did?
No.
Well, if we look at the incident report, quote, you see in the second paragraph, I stepped out of the elevator and asked her to repeat what she said to me, and so she did, angrily putting her finger in my face and yelling at me. Do you see that?
I stepped out of the elevator to clarify.
Girl, you didn't step out the elevator to clarify nothing, and they caught you in a lie, and they're gonna use your own words against you. Oh my goodness, this dummy.
And you told her, say that again, right?
I don't remember saying say that again.
And your testimony was that you and Cardi B yelled at each other for 30 seconds?
She yelled at me. My voice was firm because I was upset.
Are you denying that you testified at your deposition and stated to Dr. McKenzie that you were yelling and cursing at Cardi B?
I'm not denying it. I just wanted to clarify.
And as you were yelling at Cardi B and people stepped out of her doctor's office, one of them stepped in between you to separate you two. Isn't that correct?
Yes, because she was in my face.
And the people came out of the woman's care doctor's office?
Employees came out from the 5th floor. I would assume they were from women's care.
And the woman who stepped in between you came out of that office?
I believe it was her, yes.
And you testified in your deposition that Cardi B spit at you after the other people came out of the doctor's office. Isn't that correct?
She did.
Move to strike as non-responsive. And if
Why don't you just clarify the question?
you testified at your deposition under oath, you said at that point that Cardi B spit at you after the other people came to intervene in the argument. Isn't that correct?
Yes.
And yet in the report, you state I advised Cardi B that she needed to get her finger out of my face because I had not did anything to her. She then responded by spit at me, that's how it's spelled, and as a result, I became angry and yelled out to her to leave me alone and go on about her business. A few moments later, I remember a few people coming out and trying to separate us. That's what you said in your email, correct? 2 days after.
Correct.
And you stated in your incident report that Cardi B's nails were 3 inches long that day.
They were.
Your Honor, if we could ask for an admonition for the witness to answer the questions I'm asking.
Yeah, so please just focus on the question and answer the question that's asked.
Yes, Your Honor.
And the question is, you claimed in the incident report that Cardi's nails were 3 inches long that day. Isn't that true?
Yes.
And you testified at your deposition that Cardi pointed her fingernail at your face, right?
Yes.
And you state in your February 26, 2018 incident report, bear with me for a second. I'm sorry, I have a marked copy of this one and I didn't bring it with me. You state in your incident report that she scratched you on your nose, right?
Objection misstates the testimony of the witness.
Well, it's contrary to the, sorry, Your Honor.
Overruled.
You testified in this trial, that Cardi B cut your cheek, yet you stated in your email to your supervisor on February 26, 2018 that Cardi B cut you on the nose. Isn't that true?
Objection misstates the testimony.
Overruled.
She put her finger in my face.
Okay, first of all, you have testified here today under oath that Cardi B, 7 years later, that Cardi B cut your cheek, your left cheek. Isn't that true?
Yes.
And you state in your report 2 days after the incident that she scratched your nose. Quote unquote, third paragraph. At this time, she continued to yell at me and point her 3-inch acrylic fingernails into my face, scratching my nose. You see that?
Yes, but into my face.
You have to strike out everything after yes.
Over. Motion's denied.
And you were clear at your deposition that you had changed the story to Cardi supposedly cutting your cheek, not her nose, right?
No.
You specifically testified to that, didn't you?
I'm not sure I know what you're asking.
At your deposition, you specifically testified that you were not scratched on your nose that day, you were scratched on your cheek.
She touched my nose, but she scratched my cheek.
Okay, but in the incident report, you state scratching my nose, right? You have to answer audibly.
Yes, I'm sorry.
And in fact, you demonstrated at the deposition how Cardi B supposedly was nose to nose with you, but jabbed your cheek. Is that true?
Yes.
And if we could show that. This is the video of the deposition where plaintiff demonstrates how she was supposedly scratched on the cheek. That's the deposition video. We may have to come back to that.
You have to identify by page and line.
Well, we'll have to come back to that because I don't have that. I have the deposition video. Actually, well, I don't want to hold things up. We'll do that a little bit later. And you admitted at your deposition that there is no scar on your nose, right?
I'm not sure.
Well, we can play that back for you if you like. But did you testify at your deposition that there is no scar on your nose?
I'm not sure.
We're working on that. And in your response, your verified response to the written discovery that was served on you in this case, and specifically the special interrogatory, interrogatories number 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 14, 25, 26, 27, and 28, that Cardi beat you about the head, face, and body. Isn't that what you did?
Your Honor, I'm objecting because I don't have the number of special rod he's talking about, the set and the date.
I haven't used it yet.
What he's asking her about, I want to know what he's talking about.
Why don't you break it down?
I'm sorry, Your Honor?
Why don't you break it down to the specifics?
Sure.
Interrogatory.
Well, in light of counsel's objection, I can show the witness.
It might be faster if you just read the interrogatory and the response.
Bear with me for a second. And for counsel, it's plaintiff's responses to defendant Cardi B's special interrogatory set number 1.
Is that the 2022?
Yes, sir.
August 9/22?
May I answer? I just don't like counsel talking to
If
each
you just
other.
clarify.
Okay, yes. Counsel, it is, the verification under oath is dated August 9, 2022.
Thank you.
And if I can direct you to interrogatory number 1 at page 4. And sorry, it's a long one. I'm trying to. I mean, I don't want to hold this up, so I'm going to have to go back to it because somewhere in this long bolded thing of a page and a half, there's references to what I'm looking for. Oh, I got it. Page 4, beginning line 17.
I'm sorry, what was that?
At page 4, line 17 of plaintiff's sworn response to Cardi B's special interrogatory set number 1, the interrogatory, the response states, and among other things, in specific, on or about February 24, 2018, plaintiff was lawfully working as a security guard on or near the premises of the subject property when defendant Belcalis Marlenis Almanzar assaulted and battered plaintiff by violently, unlawfully, intentionally, suddenly, and maliciously striking her about the head, face, and body. Do you recall swearing to that under oath?
Yes.
And we can go back to the way you demonstrated this alleged assault on your cheek at your deposition. If we could please play the video associated with 55 minutes, 9 seconds to 56 minutes, 6 seconds.
Is there a question and answer?
Oh, those are pages and lines, I'm sorry. Page 55, line 9 to page 56, line 6.
Any objection?
No, Your Honor.
Go ahead.
When Cardi put a finger in your face, where in your face was it?
She struck me on my nose and on my cheek. She wears her nails very long, very bedazzled, very sharp. So yes,
And you said it made contact with your nose?
yes, and my face.
And so 2 times she touched you?
Yes, so she was like this.
When you say like this, she put her finger?
Pointing, yes, so like this. Pointing her finger at my face, yes.
And it touched your nose?
Yes.
What part of your nose?
Whatever part of the nose that the nail landed on, yes.
Oh, I mean, is it the bottom, the middle, the top?
I'm not sure.
And which cheek did she touch?
My left cheek.
I reported that she touched my face with her finger, sir.
Ma'am, the question is, in your incident report, you told your supervisor 2 days afterwards that you suffered a scratch on your nose and no other scratches were mentioned, correct?
Okay.
What does okay mean? You agree?
I don't agree with what you're saying, but I'm saying okay for the purposes of your question.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what that means, but let's move on. After the incident, you don't even know if there was any blood, right?
It broke the skin.
Please, ma'am, miss, answer the question I'm asking. You testified.
The lawyer getting irritated. He said, please, madam, miss, please, whatever you want to be called. Answer the question. He is getting mad.
Your deposition that you did not know if the alleged scratch, this time on your cheek.
Just say no,
Is
girl.
that true?
Correct.
And you didn't go to a doctor that day for this alleged assault and battery, did you?
I saw a medical doctor, but not at the day of the incident.
Okay, again, let's focus on the questions I'm asking. You allege that you were assaulted, battered, beaten up, scratched somewhere, sometimes on the nose, sometimes on the cheek, and you went home and took a nap, right?
I was
That's what you
upset.
testified
Yes.
at your deposition.
Yes.
Okay. Maybe called your mother, right? That's what you testified to, right?
Yes.
You didn't call your grandmother, though, did you?
No.
You never even put a Band-Aid on this alleged scratch, wherever it was, did you?
Objection calls for speculation.
Overruled.
No.
When your counsel was asking you questions today, he said that he basically elicited testimony from you that since you didn't think you were going to sue, you didn't take any pictures of your alleged injury in February 2018. Isn't that what you testified to?
Yes.
At your deposition, though, you testified you took pictures that day, and you can't find them. They've disappeared somehow. You remember that?
I'm not sure.
Okay, so I would like to have our technician, well, first of all, let's start at page 69, lines 18 to 20.
Any objection?
Yes, I would ask that he read both before and after, not just the specific lines that
Give
you
me
want.
the pages and lines that you want to read.
Yes, sir. Can you show me? Another issue I have, Your Honor, is he's produced deposition transcripts to the court. He hasn't given me a copy of that.
I don't know if it takes to give you a copy of your client's deposition.
Yeah, that's your turn.
Was there an answer?
I'm sorry?
Was there an answer?
No, she's, I guess we need a report, but if it helps, maybe I can direct her to the second page.
Yes.
And after you were terminated as a security guard, you got a new job that paid more money than the security guard job paid, correct?
Yes.
And you said that you consulted with Dr. McKenzie, excuse me. That was because you filed a workers' comp claim, right?
Yes.
And so you filed a workers' comp claim against Allied, and that's why you met with Dr. McKenzie, correct?
Yes.
And you met with her in April of 2018?
Yes.
And you testified at your deposition that you told Dr. McKenzie the truth about what happened on February 24, 2018, right?
Yes.
Okay. In this action, you served, well, you were a patient of Kaiser Permanente, correct?
Yes.
And in this action, we obtained a copy of your medical records from, let's see, beginning June 8, 2023. Bear with me for a second, please. Actually, it goes back, I think, further, but have you seen those records?
I'm not sure.
Isn't it, well, I hate to ask this question, but they did diagnose you as having severe obesity, correct?
Yes.
And they did conclude that you had full capacity and no history of patient status change. Isn't that correct?
Yes.
The only pains that you complained of, January 25, 2021, December 27, 2021, were belly pain and low back pain, right?
Objection calls for expert opinion.
Correct?
Yes.
And you hurt your finger at one point, right?
I'm not sure.
Well, I can show it to you, but let's just move on. You had various things, tailbone pain, right hamstring pain, but you had no report, no reference in 161 pages of medical records to a scratch on your face. Isn't that correct?
Yes.
And there's no reference in 161 pages of medical records to anxiety, post-traumatic stress syndrome, blows to your head or face. Correct?
Yes.
That only came up when you filed this lawsuit, right?
I'm not sure I know what you're asking.
Also, you were in a car accident in 2021, isn't that true?
Yes.
And hit your head.
Yes.
You were in a car accident again in November of 2023 on Pico Boulevard, right?
I'm not sure if it was on Pico, but it was in that area, yes.
Right. You sued over that, right?
Yes.
Okay. Your Honor, if I may, if I could just consult with my colleague, I think I may be close to done.
Girl, they trying to prove that you after money. That's what they trying to prove, bringing up these accidents and lawsuits. Lord, I don't know. I'm not saying it didn't happen, but I think she's definitely milking it. And like right now, what scar? I mean, we don't have a close-up of her face, but what scar is she talking about? And then also they prove multiple times that she lied. Whether it was during the deposition, in the email to her supervisor, she has lied several times. So credibility is shot. But
If you can bear with me. We talked about how you told Dr. McKenzie the truth about what happened, right?
Yes.
And you told her that Cardi B almost scratched you. Isn't that true?
I'm not sure saying almost.
You know the person at Women's Healthcare who intervened when you were basically assaulting Cardi B, don't you?
No.
Well, isn't it true that 3 weeks after that event, you called up Tiara Malcolm, the receptionist, who put her body in between yours and Cardi B's and took your blows You called her up to try and get her to help you in this case. Isn't that true?
I'm not sure.
Let me just check one thing. Sorry, I want to be thorough. I'm just double checking. I also want to just reiterate that in your deposition, you testified under oath that Cardi spit on you after Ms. Malcolm and others came out of the doctor's office to try and stop you from going after Cardi B. Isn't that correct?
Yes.
And in your incident report, you reported to your boss, your supervisor, that Cardi supposedly spit at you before people came out because of all the yelling. Isn't that correct?
Yes.
Your Honor, I think that's all the questions I have for this witness.
All right.
Yes, Your Honor. I would like to read from the deposition.
All right, y'all. So stopped it there. I think that's the defense's side. I mean, honestly, obviously she should have been prepared to be drilled like this. Come on now. Cardi B has a team of lawyers. They are not going to be just handing you out money, especially if you basically not started it, but she definitely is not a victim here. I 100% believe she saw Cardi, got starstruck, and then pulled out her phone to record. I think it is, like the lawyer said, it is mighty convenient that she no longer has that phone and she cannot produce whether she took a photo or video of, of the incident. I think she saw her, like I said, and was excited and tried to record and probably was not expecting Cardi to react the way she did. So I really don't know why this would take, because they said that this is expected to be 2 weeks. For what? To be honest, y'all could wrap this up in like 2 or 3 days. There's no need for this to be a long drawn out thing. So I just wanted to get the defense kind of grilling her a little bit. And I do think it's interesting that she was proven to be a liar several times throughout this. Her story changed. Depending on who she was talking to, her story changed. I don't know what visible scars she has. They even said she had to get plastic surgery. She needed therapy. For all of that, really? And it doesn't seem like she shied away from the argument. It appears they were arguing back and forth with each other. So, what psychological treatment did you need? She said she had anxiety and PTSD, something, and you're not on meds. Like, if you have these psychological issues like you're claiming, I would think, especially if you're seeing a doctor, they would be prescribing you some type of medication to combat all these emotional and, all this traumatic stuff that you have. You're not taking any medication. I don't know. I don't know. That seems a little suspicious.